And Dominique said that she was in a meeting this morning. So, Greg, I'm gonna be leaning on you and Larry for the corporate
That sounds
information.
good.
Yep, we got you.
Sounds good.
Yeah, she's actually she's here in Richmond with us and well, with me in Richmond and doing her world tour in Richmond. So
Oh,
meetings everywhere.
awesome. Awesome, awesome. All righty. So
And
I would
I'm
like
in
to
the
go.
car, so I'm going to be on mute and on
Okay.
and off camera. So, but I'm listening.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. All righty. We'll go on and get started. I wanted to definitely welcome everybody to the call and thank you for taking out your time this morning to join us. First, I would like to say this meeting is being recorded and the recording starts now. So here are a few of the housekeeping rules. Please make sure that your mics are on mute out of respect for the ones who are speaking. As TJ has said before, please use this opportunity to meet or connect with people outside of the meeting if you're unable to do so at the moment. And if you need any contact information from any of our individuals that are on the line, definitely feel free to reach out to us, to our MLP ring. Um, Roll check now. TJ, and we have
I am here.
Ron. Yes. And we have Ron. We have, is Tracy here?
I don't see her.
Yeah.
Okay. She'll probably pop on later. Okay, well, first I wanted to say we don't have a speaker this morning, so and we're not going to take up a whole lot of your time today. I just wanted to go over the fact that we do have the what MBE to MBE educational moments. I think that's what it's called. Kind of like lessons learned, and we do have the MBE Summit coming up, and I'm not sure on the date. So, actually, Greg or Larry, if you have any other information from corporate, love for you to
Yeah.
chime in.
Yeah, sure. This is Greg. The MBE Summit is happening November 8th and 9th. The format is going to be an opportunity to hear from different panels relative to industry groups. So, and Larry will keep me straight if I miss one of them. But the 5 panels will be retail, healthcare, manufacturing, banking, and government.
Spot on.
Okay, thank you. And so it's going to be a great opportunity to learn and to understand how to do business with these particular companies, as well as on understanding how to do business within that industry. So it should be a very informative opportunity for all our MBEs, and we're getting the corporate partners to join in. It should be a great.
So I think we might have lost Greg's audio there for a second. He might be going through a patch.
But yeah, can you all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Okay, we lost you for a minute.
Okay, I'm not sure where I left off, but so the big point is that it's November 8th, 9th, and did you all hear about the 5 industry?
Yes.
groups?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, that part.
Okay.
Could you repeat
All right. Those are the big points on the MBE Summit. The 5. Repeat the group.
Hey, Greg.
Chef Maria will have banking, healthcare, manufacturing, retail, and government. And there will be anywhere between 4 and 5 corporate representatives in each one of those panels that you will hear from.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And we're in the process of confirming which organization will participate.
So this part of the program we're referring to as CORE, which is Corporate Opportunity Roundtable Exchange. So each one of the days, on the 8th, you'll hear from 3 industry panels, and on the 9th, you'll hear from the remaining 2 industry panels. And then we will have the MBE to MBE connections for an hour and a half, where it will be an exchange, very much like the MBE to MBE connection that we had last month on a webinar. So that one will be part of the agenda.
And this is still virtual, right?
It is virtual, yes.
Do you foresee any other, given the pandemic and how it has been extended into 2021, do you see any, I guess, relief this year where we can actually meet face to face, or is that more scheduled for 2022?
Yeah, we of course are looking for our corporate partners to always participate, because that's where the value comes in, right? As a council, being able to present corporate opportunities, etc. And there are still travel restrictions from a lot of our corporate partners. So we are not looking to go live until probably the end of Q1 2022. And that will be a combination of our annual meeting and our pro forum, which is our corporate focused event. So probably the end of 2022, just, we will keep monitoring any kind of pandemic updates, etc. But we will not be live at all this year, unfortunately.
Exactly. Okay.
This is Ron, and for the MBE, I mean, I know a lot of people, we've been virtual for a long time, longer than we all expect it to be, and we respect that. But what I would say is that, stay with us, stay engaged on the virtual platform, because you can still build some relationships. And when you do get face to face, you haven't spent 2 years disconnected from people. So as frustrated as you may be with it, stay connected with us on the virtual platforms. We all want to get back face to face. But corporate partners have different rules and regulations that they have to abide by. They can't attend events, they can't sponsor certain things. So I would tell any MBE, please stay engaged virtually. As frustrated or exhausting or as much as you want to reconnect, don't let people lose sight of who you are and what you do because you're not participating in these events. So please show up and support as many as you can and be a part of it so people know who you are. So when we come back out of it, you don't have to reintroduce yourself.
Exactly.
Yes,
I
sir.
think well stated, Ron. And it's interesting because some MBEs came in during the pandemic, right? So Chef
Exactly.
Maria came on board. I don't think she's had an opportunity to meet anybody face to face, and she's out there wheeling and dealing every day. She's on every ring meeting. So, you're absolutely right, Ron. There are opportunities, period. You just have to stay engaged and make sure that you're intentional. Dominique's favorite word, you're intentional about what you're doing with your time. But my daughter always likes to say there's money in these streets, so let's go get it.
Exactly. I see all the time so many small businesses and large businesses also, where they are still growing, they're still building, they're still doing things. So we can't, if you're not looking, you're not going to find. And that's the bottom line.
As tragic as the pandemic has, been for everyone, I just feel like I would not have been able to make the progress I've made if everything wouldn't have been forced to virtual. There's no way I would have made the connections and to be able to attend all the ring meetings, across the board and all the events if they were all in person, because I'm in Huntersville, North Carolina. So it just wouldn't have been possible. So I'm just leveraging it to its fullest because I know it won't last forever. And I encourage everyone to do that. So like when Ron said, when we come back together, I feel like I know a lot of you already because we've been in so many meetings together and I've connected with you outside of the ring. So let's use it while we can.
Absolutely.
And and also when you look at the bad parts of the pandemic, it also brought in some really, really good parts. Just like you were saying, Chef Maria, you can see the people, you can see the majority. You can't see me, unfortunately, because I can't have a camera right now, but you can see the people and you get an opportunity to actually meet with them this way. So when we do come back face to face, then I can recognize you all. So when I come up to you, hey, I'm Lori, then okay, you're with the MLP ring. Hopefully I'll get a camera soon. So I can actually show my face also, but it gives us, like I was saying, the positive parts of it too is the fact that you've actually saved some money too, if you look at it, as far as you're traveling your hotel, when you think about it. And there you have it. Now you have that money you can allocate towards something else within your business, and also, for next year when we do have the face to face. So, just wanted to kind of throw that out there too. So, there have been some positive aspects of the pandemic also.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
Lori,
I agree with that.
I'll
And
jump on that as well, just to say, I think that this requires us to communicate differently, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
I have a friend that is, if you want to say, differently abled, and
Yeah.
because they're differently abled in life, other parts of their life are they've used those better than probably what I use it. If maybe somebody's blind, their hearing's better. If they can't hear, there's they see and notice things. So I think in this case, even though we can't be together face to face where we're interacting and all that, it's helped us to develop better communication tools in areas where, we've had to do it digitally. We've had to do it by phone. We've had to do it through Teams meetings. So I think overall, these kind of things help make us better rounded. As long as you use it, as long as you do it, and you follow Ron's advice and stay involved.
Exactly.
so let me just add, while we're, talking about engagement and costs, the MBE Summit this year is free of charge to all certified MBEs. So please make sure that you are checking the newsletter, our social media for announcements when registration opens. We are looking to open registration October 1st. And again, there is no charge for certified MBEs.
Awesome. Okay, next, as far as the MBE IC chair report, do you have anything, Ron?
Here.
I can't hear you. Okay, there you go.
I don't have anything, but I want to, if I can here, it's not on the agenda, but I definitely want to go around because, we did talk about the pandemic. I would love to, because we hear a lot of negative news. And if everybody on can just like unmute when we come around to you, just tell us one thing that has happened for your organization that was positive during the pandemic. So Chef Maria kicked it off and she led into it about making those connections. Anybody else, share something good that has happened for you during the pandemic.
So Ron, can we go down the attendee list and so that everybody has a turn? All right, so then I'll start with Adrian Bridges.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My camera's not on today, but I'm happy to be here. And I'm with my realty mate, and we help people move across the country. We help companies move their employees across the world. And one good thing that's happened to me during the pandemic is that I've been able to meet a couple companies, in particular Fidelity, and engage with them to help them start to move some of their folks from Michigan down to North Carolina. So even though it's during the pandemic, I still have the opportunity to meet some folks face to face. And the encouragement and support from this group has been helpful also. So thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Adrian. Next, we'll have Alka. Good morning, Alka.
Good morning. Good morning. So happy to be here. Everybody has chimed in all the good things that have come out of pandemic. And I agree, just getting to attend so many ring meetings. Earlier, you could attend only your own ring meetings. So got to be in front of so many more people. That is one very good positive that came out from it. And somebody said about saving money. Yes, we saved a lot of money in travel and all that. So yeah, just connecting with a lot more people, getting to know a lot more people, that has been a great positive for us in this pandemic. And by the way, my name name is Alka Manyapu from Datasoft Technologies. We are based out of Greer, South Carolina. We are a talent acquisition company in IT engineering, have been in business for last 25 years. So we help corporations find that highly niche talent, which, helping them put together the high performing teams, which can solve their complex projects. That's what we do. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you so much, Alka. And now we'll hear from Chef Maria.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I had to unmute. I'll make it really short since I talked before. One of the best things that's happened for me is I did private, virtual, no, actually it was on-site. I offer private, virtual, and on-site baking experiences for team building activities for corporate clients and retail clients as well. But I did one for the council in April, which was the first one. And then I did one on-site for American Tire distributors just in August at Michael Kuntz's house. So that was really exciting. And they also bestowed a $5,000 scholarship on me to attend the University of Richmond MBE Executive Management Training Program. So it's been a really exciting season. I've just been MBE certified since February and hit the ground running, and having a successful training experience with ATD is opening up the doors to meet with other corporate partners and show that I have a proven history on top of everything else I've done to do it and to do it well and to get amazing reviews out of it. So I'm using that to continue to launch forward.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Chef Maria. Next, we'll hear from Aisha.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Aisha with the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities. Over the past year, we've been able to expand our reach a lot further, I think, due to the virtual environment. We're not limited to just our local businesses, which is great. In addition to that, we always tell our businesses they need to be able to embrace change and pivoting, but we've also been able to model that behavior as well, because we've had to pivot on how we provide the different resources we have. So it's been a year of growth, but I think we're better because of it.
Also,
all right.
before the next person, really quick, Debbie,
Mm-hmm.
congratulations to Aisha, who's the deputy director of the city. So you're talking about growth. She got a promotion during this pandemic. So congratulations.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you, Rod. I appreciate it.
Nice.
Absolutely. So there's growth and opportunity during the pandemic. Is exactly what you said. You got to be able to pivot and take advantage of it, right? Next, we'll hear from Elliot. Good morning.
Good morning. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. So I'm Elliot Haney. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Rhino Medical Supply. We're a healthcare product distribution company. I know most of you guys. Our business was started during the COVID crisis. So it's kind of hard for me to say, what great things. I think everything that has transpired over the last 18 months has been impactful for us. I will say, one of the things that we're most proud of is that we've donated over 400,000 masks, and we've put community first, and I think that has allowed us to get good press and has helped kind of propel our business forward. We've been featured in the New York Times and Bloomberg are the two biggest publications, and that's allowed us to grow and build our credibility. So I would say that's kind of what we've done during the pandemic that we're proud of.
Congratulations on that, and thank you for sharing. So starting a business during the pandemic, a lot of people were shuttering doors and that type of thing, but talk about being able to take advantage of unfortunate opportunities and doing good while doing it. So congratulations to you.
And I will also say that we PBS South Carolina ETV just did a story on that. So if you want to if you look at Palmetto Scene on YouTube, they have all of their shows there. We were featured on there last Thursday. So
congratulations. If you could share that link with me at some point, Elliot, I would love to include that in the newsletter so that we could get it out to the network.
okay.
Thank you. All right, next up we'll hear from, I'm not even going to try your first name, Ms. Robbins.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Jatara Robbins. I am the owner of I'm the owner of Creative Scholars Academy, which is childcare. This is my very first ring meeting. During the pandemic, I'm sorry, everyone. During the pandemic, I've been able to connect with more families because childcare has been a higher demand since the pandemic started. So that's what the pandemic has, done for me and my business.
Well, welcome to the MLP ring. We hear that you've got your hands busy in the background doing the very important work of taking care of our next generation. So welcome again to the ring meeting.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll have Jonathan Wilkins.
Good morning, everyone. Greetings from the Piedmont Triad Ring. Glad to be here this morning. I don't even know where to begin to say what has happened since the pandemic hit. I mean, there's been so many opportunities that have been placed before us, not only from an entrepreneurial perspective, but from a corporate perspective as well. With the advent of the murder of George Floyd, corporations did a quick pivot. They recognized the need of inclusivity and diversity within inside of our organizations. These measures that were undertaken have never been seen in corporate America before, where some real conversations were being had to determine what we were going to do to benefit those marginalized populations of our communities. And from that, the fight continues on. There's been a huge push not only for supply diversity, but diversity and inclusion as well from a human capital perspective inside corporations. So truly thankful and honored that the industry is taking a look at where we are, saddened by the death or the reason for us to be here. I wish we could have been here just on our own, right? I hate that George Floyd had to give his life for America to stand up and open their eyes, and we're still continuing to fight so that they can see clearly, right? So thank you again. Oh, real quick, I did drop in the Lenovo Friends and Family link with my login and password. So if anybody needs some technology, I heard a camera, so go out there. You can grab one hopefully at a significantly discounted price.
All right, thank you so much, Jonathan. Jonathan and Lenovo were very instrumental in providing the electronic gifts for our next generation pitch contest winners. So we thank you for that engagement and that commitment with the council. And thanks for dropping into the best ring in CBM SDC.
We'll give kudos to
silence is golden, right?
And I give kudos to anybody that's an MBE on here with us. Jonathan is a really good guy. He's in corporate. He understands, the challenges that's internal for organizations and for MBEs. So if you guys want to figure out how to work better with MBEs, I will tell you to reach out to Jonathan. He's really serious about doing this the way that it needs to be done. He's been consistent since I've known him. So if you want to talk to someone that's in corporate to help you figure out, because sometimes we struggle with how do we start the conversation, because, the person that's really, really good will get a contract. The great company keeps a contract. And there's a difference in getting and keeping, because if you get in there and you don't do great, people don't keep you for the year after and the year after and the year after. So good companies find people, great companies keep people. We got to be realistic. And so reach out to Jonathan and have a conversation. The people that they're keeping, what is it about them that's making them keep those people? Because I can promise you, Jonathan, he's not keeping everybody. There are some people he doesn't want to do business with going forward. Don't be one of those companies.
Thank you, Ron. Absolutely. Please reach out to me. I would love to be able to provide any help or assistance I can.
Jonathan, I never got a chance to tell you thank you for connecting me with the individuals at Lenovo that you did. That's been moving forward quite nicely. So thank you.
Awesome. I can't wait to join and mess up whatever you're going to have us prepare.
Now, don't say mess up.
I'm a griller, not a baker.
I'll turn you to baker. I got you.
Well, I will tell you, Jonathan, that Chef Maria will make accommodations for any skill level or any special needs. If I could bake a cake, being vegan with no egg and no butter, and it comes out all right, anybody can do it. Okay. So Thank you so much. We'll move to Kelly Stacy.
Hi there, I'm Kelly Stacy with Aventus. We're a call center customer service partner. So we work with brands to handle their customer service, which is always a fun role. I think for us, it's brought the team closer together. Prior to COVID, a lot of them, I'm not on video because I didn't download the app. So that's the only reason. It disables that button. So otherwise, I'm always on video. I have my hair done and my makeup on, but the team wasn't really used to being on video. It was a very strange dynamic of folks that just really weren't, even though we were remote even before, they just weren't that comfortable. And so I think it's brought the team closer together and more engagement, being a remote company prior to COVID. So definitely been some struggles. It's not been the easiest, not being able to sometimes, hug your parents and things like that. But overall, I think, we grow from these things. So I have a positive outlook on the future. It's nice to meet everyone.
Thank you so much, Kelly. And you're absolutely right. Even though we were remote to a certain level, we had to learn Zoom protocol, right? So it's been a pivot for everybody involved, I think. Lori did speak, but I don't know if she got an opportunity to introduce herself, and she's instrumental in the ring. So Lori, would you do so, please?
Sure thing. My name is Lori G. Nibble. I am with Savannah River Nuclear Solutions, and I am the small business specialist with Savannah River. One of the main things I know for like most companies, especially most corporations that weren't used to being online, it made our organization communicate a lot better. I know when I first started with the organization, I was saying, hey, we need to be online. Need to be online. We need to, open up opportunities for our small businesses and our MBEs to be able to communicate via virtual, because some of them that are just starting off, where I was looking at the cost of things. I come from a, cost savings background. So I was looking at the cost of things for the small businesses instead of them flying from wherever they were coming from or driving from wherever they were coming from to come to our site. They'd have to get checked in and then also find out where my location was in order for them to meet face to face with the organization. So I came on board saying, hey, we need to be virtual. We need to be virtual with these meetings. But now that we are virtual, it has made it a lot simpler, and I could actually, instead of waiting, having the ones that we actually want to meet with and see if we can do business with. Normally that would take a 2 to 3 week period for them to set up their times and everything. Now we can do it within the same week. So, like I said, I've been virtual since 2007. I was a part of Zoom before Zoom was even popular and other platforms. So I'm just glad that we're moving in the direction that we are. And now COVID just gave us that opportunity to be able to communicate a lot better with each other. So I'm grateful.
Thank you so much for that, Lori. And next we have Randallin.
Morning, everyone. I am Randallin with Brownstone, and we are a construction management and architecture firm here headquartered in Columbia, but we also have offices in Charleston, Charlotte, and Savannah. So a big thing for us is that we adjusted very quickly to the pandemic, moving online. A lot of our guys, of course, stayed on site. We were able to still get 4 schools here in Darlington and Savannah opened on time for students. So we stayed on schedule. None of our job sites had to close down. Our guys adjusted to social distancing on the site, mask wearing, temperature checks, and all that. And we also recently, in the midst of the pandemic, won our first big solo contract with Charleston County School District.
Outstanding, outstanding. Thank you so much for that update. All right, Ron. quick introduction.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate everyone sharing. I'm Ron Harvey, Vice President and the Chief Operating Officer of Global Core Strategies and Consulting. We are a leadership development firm. We help our clients create a winning culture and develop their future leaders. We truly believe great leaders make the real difference for every organization, and we love doing what we do. We want to change the hearts and minds of how people lead people and take care of people. If you have anything where it's low trust, high turnover, or just not a nice collaboration within your organization, or too many silos, call us. That's what we do best. That's what we enjoy doing, and we love to work with you.
Thank you so much. Ron, are you still having your Monday morning meetings?
Yes, I am. I put in the chat for everybody. We do Monday morning meetings, which is called Turning Point Leadership Roundtable. And we come together every Monday at 7:30 for 1 hour. It's a great opportunity for leaders to continue to grow. And we do that every morning. We've been doing it for about 18 months now, Debbie. And people are still showing up, at least 30 people every Monday morning. And it's where you really get it's a safe space. It's where we're going together. So we're not pitching anything. We're really talking about how do we become better leading our organizations. I also have an event that I put in there for everybody, Debbie, called Live to Lead. We do that event every year in collaboration with John Maxwell and his team. We're doing it virtual again this year. Hopefully we'll be back face-to-face next year, but we're doing it virtual this year. You can watch this from the convenience of your office, home, library, wherever you want to. If you register early, you will have access to 5 speakers before the event, and it'll be open immediately. So if you register today, you get access today. The event is on October the 8th. It's a half-a-day event with 5 speakers. Total cost $79. I don't think there's anywhere you can see 75 people for $79. Unless you go to church, then you can kind of show up for free there. But other than that, we'd love to have you join that event, and it's all about professional growth.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing. And I will attest to the Monday morning meetings. They are fantastic. They are very uplifting. They're also very early in the morning, but it gets your day started right. Okay. Next up, we have Tony Franco.
Get off me. Hello, everybody. The COVID pandemic has actually been beneficial to us in a lot of different ways. Our purpose as a company is to positively impact the lives of our communities, our clients, and the people that we put to work. We're an IT a consulting firm. We also do workforce solutions, and we've had record sales over the pandemic period for a number of different reasons. Our consulting business is booming because a number of companies had to modernize their ecosystems. They had to, digitally transform, all the projects they had put on hold in regards to digital transformation had to happen overnight. So we benefited from that, and have been able to put a lot of people to work, over the last year and a half. We're growing ourselves, so we've added internal employees where a lot of companies were laying off. We've added internal employees, so it's actually been great. But I think that the thing that really stands out to me is we've traditionally been involved in the community, and we have a pretty elaborate Christmas party each year. And what they've done instead of had to have the Christmas party because of social distancing and the pandemic is take that money, and it's thousands of dollars they invest in that Christmas party, and invested it back in all our markets. So we all got to pick a charity that we could donate the money to, as a group. And this year we're doing the same. Instead of having the Christmas party, we've actually decided to do that donation again. So it's been great in that sense, to impact a lot of lives for us positively.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing, and kudos to your organization for doing that, finding the opportunity to give back in a time of need. So thank you so much. And then we'll move on to TJ.
Hey, good morning again, TJ. I am with Enterprise Holdings. So that is Enterprise, Rent-A-Car, National, Alamo. Obviously, you recognize us from the airports. We also have car sales, truck divisions. So I handle property development, operations, legislative initiatives, things like that. I tell you, I've been proud of our company in the fact of how they pivoted over the years. The travel industry was decimated with COVID, and we saw massive dips and some things like that obviously caused all the rental car companies to pivot. And then now that some of the demand's coming back, the chip shortage has really caused a shortage of vehicles for us to replace the vehicles that we had to sell. So from an operational standpoint, those are some of the things we we've had to overcome, but our team has done a really great job with that. Through the last 18 months, a couple of big things that have happened with our company. One is, as mentioned earlier, we really looked at the social and racial equity areas, and our corporation has pledged $120 million to combat that. Also, a fight against hunger over the next 5 years. Portion of that actually came to CVM SDC, which will be looking to support a MBE going to Tuck over this next year. And also, one of our big accomplishments, at least here locally in South Carolina, is we were able to do an RFP for our fuel provider, which obviously we buy a lot of gas, we buy a lot of fuel. And I was glad to see that go to a minority MBE business, multi-million-dollar, multi-year contract that we're in the process of getting him onboarded. So a couple good things that have really come out over the last 18 months, despite all the COVID issues. And the support of this Ring team, CVM SDC, Debbie, all of you, just really appreciate everything that y'all have done as well. So.
Thank you so much, TJ, and thank you for that infusion. We appreciate it. So some MBE is going to be fortunate enough to get some additional development, which is one of our pillars of our work, right? So appreciate that. Is there anyone on the line that didn't have an opportunity to share? If I haven't missed anyone, then I will just invite our staff. I am Debbie Hillary Pettigrew. I'm the event planner for CVM SDC. I am the staff liaison for this ring. And I am also the executive assistant to our president, Dominique Milton. I think Satrina's on the line. Satrina? And if not, we'll just go to Larry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Larry Jones, the Corporate Services Director. I work out of the Richmond office. And as far as pandemic goes, just real quick, I think one, if you can say positive, even though I work out of the Richmond office, I work hand in hand with Greg in North and South Carolina. But I think doing these virtual ring meetings allow me the opportunity to really meet people. I was just at the BMW conference, Ron. I walked by you, I tried to catch you, but there's so much going on. But I ran into Elliot. I think Tony was there, and some other people were there, and Alka, and I got to meet people face to face. The hard part about that was we all had masks on. I know what your face looked like now, but you had that mask on. It was kind of hard to determine who was who. But really, it gave me a chance to really, even though I can't feel you, I can't touch you rather, but I still recognize who you were. So that was kind of really good right there. As far as some updates from corporate services, like always. I would like to kind of introduce some of our new corporate partners. They may or may not be on the line. I don't think they are. One is the company's called Santee Cooper. They are a South Carolina utility company. They're having their first annual supply diversity event. It's going to be on 4 November from 2 to 4 p.m. And there'll be more information to follow. Our next news corporate partner is called Amgen. They are a pharmaceutical company. And they're in Highland Springs near Raleigh, North Carolina. They're having a big event, a virtual event, October 19th. It's going to be geared around construction. And we're not too sure about any RFPs as of right now. And there'll be more information to follow, probably posted in the newsletter in the upcoming weeks and so on. But, thank you for what you all do. Those that I met at the conference, it was great. Ron, I'll catch you next time. You were going one way, I was going the other way. So hopefully next time we get a chance to meet and greet. And just thank you for what you do. That's all I have.
Thanks, Larry. Greg?
Good morning, everyone. I think first, I'm Greg Watson, Director of Corporate Services for North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. And for me, the biggest opportunity has been to join the council. It's been fantastic having an opportunity to meet virtually most of you and face-to-face a few of you. But I look forward to the opportunity of getting to know everyone even better. a big part of that also is we've been able to, because of many of the things that Jonathan mentioned, we've been able to bring in over the last year 19 new corporate partners. We're excited about that. And for more opportunities to connect with them, we're excited about those opportunities. The one thing I would say is you all know other corporate partners that we should be talking to. Please make sure that we know who they are and we'll reach out to them. So thanks again and look forward to connecting with each of you in the future.
Thanks, Greg. All right, Lori, it's back to you. I think I've hit everyone.
Awesome. Well, TJ, if you have nothing more to say, I guess we just definitely want to thank you all for joining in on the call and everything. And I'm gonna let TJ kind of close us out.
Well, first of all, my wife would tell you that I always have something more to say. So my wife would say, but I will try to keep it brief. So, hey, I don't know if you saw in the chat, but I can't agree with Ron more and more and more that, what makes this work every month is the fact that you're here and the fact that you're connected. And this, roughly an hour each month that you invest in this ring, it gets your face, it gets your name, it gets your company continuously in front of those that participate in the call. And like Ron said earlier, being involved, not even just this ring, you are welcome to participate in the other rings that are out there. Metrolina, you can go up to Virginia. So I encourage you, get involved. That is where you make your connections. It may be your product, your service, is needed somewhere in North Carolina, but they're not going to know about that unless you participate and you get to know that corporation and you drive your business, right? So drive your business, participate, get your name and all that out there. Currently we are lining up a pretty good speaker next month. I don't want to give it out yet until I actually have that solidified. So hopefully in October, we'll look forward to seeing you and participating and getting to hear this speaker that we've got. I'm going to leave that kind of as a cliffhanger. So, but make sure you put this up for next MBE Summit, all the things that we talked about. Again, sign up, be involved, and get your name out there. So that's kind of what I got. Lori, Ron, Debbie, anything?
No, that's it. Just want to thank everybody for coming out.
No, the one thing I do want to announce for us, if I can, TJ, for anybody that's on with us and you're a part of our ring, we're always looking to see people that want to volunteer to serve in a leadership role. So for we're looking for a secretary and different people in positions for our ring to be successful. So the only reason we're successful is because of volunteers. And I know everybody's plate is full, but if you have the opportunity or the space or time to support the ring so we can continue to deliver great services, we definitely can fill a couple of our vacancies as we continue to evolve within the ring. It does have a time limit that people can serve, and we don't want to ever have a vacant position that we can't serve the people that we should serve. So if you have it in your heart on desire and you want to serve in a leadership role, please reach out to Lori or TJ and express that interest so we can help, talk to you and tell you what it entails and what the roles and responsibilities are and see if it's a good match for you. So I didn't want to miss that opportunity to tell you there is room for everybody to serve.
Lori, would you please drop your emails in the chat? I think I already have TJ's, but I don't think I have Lori's.
Okay.
And I'll throw mine out there in case anybody else needs it as well.
Thank you.
Great. Well, Lori, thank you for your help. Ron, thank you for your help. Same Debbie and the entire CVMSDC team. So thank you all for being here this week. We're going to give you back about 15 minutes of your day, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody next week. Y'all have a good one.
Everybody.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Be safe.
And there you have it. Yeah. I can't.